A federal judge, folks, has rightfully and legally and constitutionally stopped one of Donald Trump's alleged illegal executive order banning transgender youth care from hospitals and withholding federal funding. Why? Well, let's figure that out in today's video. This article is by WHV3, Working Hard for You. The article is titled, Federal Judge Pauses Trump's Order Aimed at Restricting Gender-Affirming Healthcare for Transgender Youth. Baltimore, Maryland, Associated Press. A federal judge on Thursday temporarily blocked President Donald Trump's recent executive order aimed at restricting gender-affirming healthcare for transgender people under 19 years of age. My editorial edition. The judge's ruling came after a lawsuit was filed earlier this month on behalf of families with transgender or non-binary children who alleged their health care has already been compromised by the president's order. A national group for family of LGBTQ plus people and a doctor's organization are also plaintiffs in the court challenge, one of many lawsuits opposing a slew of executive orders Trump has issued as he seeks to reverse the policies of former President Joe Biden. Judge Brendan Burson, who was nominated by President Joe Biden, my editorial edition, granted the plaintiffs' request for a temporary restraining order following a hearing in federal court in Baltimore, Maryland. My editorial edition. The ruling essentially puts Trump's directive on hold while the case proceeds out in court. My editorial edition. Trump's executive order, quote, seems to deny that this population even exists or deserves to exist, Burson said. Shortly after taking office, Trump signed an executive order directing federally run insurance companies to execute coverage for gender-affirming care. That includes Medicaid, which covers such services in some states, and TRICARE for military families. Trump's order also called on the Department of Justice to vigorously pursue litigation and legislation to oppose the practice. The lawsuit includes several accounts from families of appointments being canceled as medical institutions react to the new directive. Attorneys for the plaintiffs argue that Trump's executive order is, quote, unlawful and unconstitutional, end quote, my editorial edition, because it seeks to withhold federal funds that were previously authorized by Congress, and because it violates anti-discrimination laws while infringing on the rights of parents. Again, my editorial edition. The legal challenges to state bans on gender-affirming care. The lawsuit also alleges the policy is discriminatory because it allows federal funds to cover the same treatments when they're not used for gender transition. Some hospitals immediately paused gender-affirming care, including prescriptions for puberty blockers and hormone therapy, while they assess how the order affects them. Trump's approach on the issue represents an abrupt change from the Biden administration, which sought to explicitly extend civil rights protections to care or to transgender people. Trump has used strong language in opposing transgender affirming growing numbers impressionable children under the radical and false claims that adults can change a child's sex, end quote. Major medical groups, such as the American Medical Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics, support access to gender-affirming care. Young people who persistently identify as a transgender or a certain type of gender, my editorial edition, differs from their sex assigned at birth, are first evaluated by a team of professionals. Some may try a social transition involving changing a hairstyle or pronouns. Some may later also receive puberty blockers or hormones. Surgery is extremely rare for minors. I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. That is going to do it for today's legal breaking update. This is obviously, as I've said before, gonna have a positive effect on Donald Trump. But positive meaning negative effect. Why do I say that? Because to some people, it's going to be a positive effect on transgender care against Donald Trump. Some people may think it's just blatantly a negative effect. Last but not least, before I end today's video, please, if you have not yet already, feel free to subscribe to me and help us reach the channel goal of 90 subscribers. After we reach the goal of 90 subscribers, we have more subscribers, so 90 subscribers plus. After the 90 subscribers, we have more subscriber goals to reach for the channel. Last but not least, if you have not yet followed me down below on any of my socials, I am on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. Or, sorry, not Twitter. I am on Snapchat, Twitter, or not, why do I keep saying Snapchat? Sorry folks. Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, and Threads. Threads is the third one I was trying to say, not X. Nope. Not a fan of Elon Musk. I am not going to be on any of his social medias. That's just my opinion. I don't like how he is trying to take over the world by adding his robots. Especially because of his criminal history. And him currently trying to take over the government illegally. If you haven't, anyway, without further ado, if you haven't subscribed or followed me on any of my social medias, I will have a link down below that you guys can instantly click on instead of searching up my accounts on Instagram, Threads, or Snapchat. Just to make it easier for you guys and accommodate for you guys in a way. Lastly, actually, please make sure that you guys share out the video. It'll help me out a huge lot, especially right now and in the near future. And please help me reach the goal of 90 subscribers plus. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next legal breaking update.